Hi everyone. Today I am going to deal with the topic job description and job specification. In the last class we have discussed about job analysis and what are the methods applied in job analysis and what are the type of information collected during job analysis. And the first step of job analysis is collecting the information. We have collected information, various types of information, and the second step is job description and the third step is job specification. So first one is job description. Job description is a detailed written statement of job roles, duties and responsibilities, job title, job location, etc. That means all the information relating to a particular job, the name of the job and the location of the job, where the employee is to be posted, what all are the duties, responsibilities of the employee, etc. are written. It's a statement prepared, a detailed statement prepared for all this information. It is called a job description. In simple words, the result of job analysis is written as a statement and that statement is called a job description. Okay, the next, what all are the components of job descriptions? What are the components? First we have to explain it in a simple diagram. Components of job description are job title, job location, role, then duties and responsibilities, salary, incentives and allowances. We can explain one by one. The first one is job title. You know what do you mean by title? Name. Okay. So job title, it is the name of the post vacant. If is a lecturer in commerce is required, so the title of the job is assistant professor in commerce. Okay. The name of the post remain vacant. That is called a job title. The second one is job location. Job location means it is the branch of the company or place of the company where a proposed candidate is to be posted if he is selected. That it is the place of his job work where he is to be posted after selection. That is known as job location. Third one is role. Role means the arena of the organization or the place of work and how the duties and responsibilities have to be performed. That means it's a branch of the company and where, in which department or in which part of the organization, in which place of the organization he is worked in the post, or what all are the, how these duties and responsibilities are executed. Okay, that is termed as his role in the organization. The third one is duties and responsibilities. That you all know what do you mean by duties and responsibilities. All the job related activities should be clearly mentioned in the job description. All the job related activities of each worker is to be clearly mentioned in the accounts, and he must keep a record of the work done by each worker. That is termed as duties and responsibilities. Next one is salary. What do you mean by salary? Salary is a financial or monetary remuneration given by the employer to employee for the services rendered. Okay, it is that is in job description, the human resource manager must know what the proposed salary the company offer for that post. Okay, for the vacant post, what is the minimum salary offered by the company, and it may be negotiable or not. It may be fixed or negotiable. Okay. The next is incentives. Incentives are the commission, fees or any other remuneration received in addition to salary or wages. Incentives is a type of bonus or fees, commission, etc. received from the company in addition to salary or wages. then it should also mention in the job description. If any particular job has any commission or fees on the basis of the work, it should be clearly mentioned in the job description. The next is the allowances. Allowances means any amount regularly allowed by the employer in addition to salary. It is the amount allowed regularly. That's the meaning of allowance. For example, if the job require a number of traveling, okay, in such cases the employer provides traveling allowance to the employee, and some employer provides dearness allowance or DA for increasing the standard of living of the people. Okay, then in some cases HRA, house rent allowance, these are provided to employee for rented house. If the employee lives in a rented house due to his employment, the employer provides house rent allowance or HRA. So these are also, if there is such allowance is allowed for such a post, it should also be mentioned in the job description. Okay, these are the main components of job description, but in addition to this, I list out some more points that are to be included in job description. That are the additional points we can include in job description, and a job description is usually prepared by human resource manager. Okay, so the next additional point is degree of supervision. That means the degree of supervision required for each job should be clearly mentioned in the job description. Next, details of equipments, materials, machineries or tools required for a particular job should be maintained in job description. Next, relation with the other job. If one job is interrelated with other job in the similar organization, that relationship also, if department A is closely related with the department B, so the work of A will be closely related to that of work of B. Okay, so such a relationship also mentioned in the job description. Next, overall purpose of the job. He must brief description. The job description must contain a brief explanation about the objective of each job. What the company expects. Okay, and the last one, physical conditions of the job. The job description must contain an explanation about the physical conditions of work in terms of safety, heat, light, noise level, etc. Then waste disposal, etc. of the company. What all are the measures for these type of physical structure or physical conditions? Okay, so these are the main components of job description. Clear? The next step, third step is job specification. Both are maybe twisted for you, make some sort of confusion for you. So study it well. The next topic is job specification. Here we see in job description we give more importance for job duties, responsibilities, job title, job location, etc. But in job specification, it is a written declaration of the attributes of the employees, skill of the employee, knowledge of the employee, educational qualification, experience which a person must possess to perform a particular job. It indicates not about the duties and responsibilities, not about the physical conditions of the company, but it explains the skills, qualifications, qualities, mental strength, etc. possessed by a person to post in that particular job. Okay, these are the minimum qualifications required from the prospective candidates. That is termed as job specification. Clear? The main components of job specification are, in the diagrammatic representation I explained only the important points. Okay, attributes, skills, knowledge, educational qualification and experience. So in simple terms, we can mention in 4 points. First one, educational qualification. Educational qualification defines the minimum required requirements that a person must possess. It starts from his school education. It includes, the education qualification of an employee includes his school education, graduation, post-graduation, or any additional qualification that an employee possesses. Okay, the second one is skill required. Skill required explains, it includes all the special knowledge and skills that an employee requires to possess for a particular job. That is the proper execution of the job. Some particular job requires special skill for the execution. So that special skills required must be reported in the job specification. But in such cases, no certificate of training of such skills is not required. Okay, you just mention the skills required in each job. The third one is the experience. It includes the information regarding the work experience of each employee from the present employer as well as past employer. What is the total amount of work experience in that particular work? Then the last one, psychological features. Psychological features of an employee includes decision-making power. His decision-making power, mental ability, analytical skill, etc. All these also included in job specification. Okay, I think it is clear to you. The main difference between job description and job specification is that in job description we give details about a job. It describes all information relating to a particular job. But in job specification, it gives a detailed description of the worker or job holder rather than job. What are the requirements? What are the qualities? What are the requirements that a person must possess? Okay, thank you.